Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to ozcastnetwork.com for details.
Every time I start talking about boxing, a white man got full Rocky Marciano out there.
It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward.
Oh, this hard goddamn work being this good.
One more again, see what I take on your front set, I swear.
You ain't my daddy, are you?
There's gonna be consequences and repercussions.
What time is it? Game time.
Okay, welcome again to the Don't Be Blasé podcast. We come to you live from the House of Pain, otherwise known as Snap Fitness Adelaide CBD. I'm your host, B. Karen Weiner, joined as always by my man, Steve Burrows.
Hello, Spee.
Oh, thanks, Steve. It's good to have you here, mate.
I'm happy to be here, thanks, Spee.
Good. And you know what? Just a quick update. The beard's grown back. You don't look so weird. But before we get started, we'd like to thank our sponsor, Larry Ladd. Go to the boys at Regent Arcade. You have an awesome coffee, listen to pretty sweet tunes. But for now, on with the show. Now, Steve.
Hang on, so you said not so weird or not weird? There's a difference.
Yeah, not so weird. But anyway, well, it's a good addition. You look good. I mean, what you did promise me you were going to get some Just for Men, brother, and get through there. But there is a lot of grey and a little tinge of red peeking through.
Just for Men is the least of my problems.
Okay.
Alright, check this bad boy out.
Oi, whoa, that's a fair solar panel on top there, mate. I understand why you wear a hat now like your friend Durst.
I was growing it out.
Yeah?
Well, actually, that's a bit of a contradiction, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm growing my hair to see where it does grow and where it doesn't grow.
Yep.
It's
Check that doesn't grow a lot of places anymore, Steve.
But like I figure, if I wear it under a hat for the next 6 months,
Yeah.
get enough for a bit of a comb over and winning.
Or just do the Hulk Hogan, just grow the back out and then just always wear a bandana. Never be seen in public without it.
All about that. When I was a kid, I used to wear bandanas backwards.
Yeah.
Can I still pull that off?
No, probably not. I don't think we could even pull it back off in the 90s. We did it, but I don't think it was a great look.
But Tupac could do it.
Yeah, Tupac. And Scott Hall pulled it off.
Oh, yeah, Scott Hall did it.
But we didn't.
No.
I even at one stage, this is a nice little fun fact, had long hair, which I had braided, which I would then wear over the top of a bandana tied around my head.
Wow.
So yeah, I had the bandana headband.
Did you think it was like Menace to Society or something?
Oh fuck yeah, I was O-Dog. I was ready to go. I was ready to stop
Everyone want a
people
cheeseburger?
That's right. I'll stomp people out in the ghettos of Kensington. But speaking of which, like we've all grown, we've all moved on. You know, you can throw in your little.
This is the segue.
We've got some correspondence that we haven't had for a while. So another person that has grown and moved on is our man Greg.
Oh, great. How's he going? It's been a while.
It's been a while since he dropped this diss track and just dropped the mic and walked off on us, which surprisingly was one of the highlights of this year.
Yeah.
I was very impressed with that.
It
Still
was
impressed
very-
to this day. Maybe I didn't do it a whole lot of justice with laughing throughout my version of the rhyme, but it was very, very well done. But Greg has sent us a message. So we've got this. That,
Let's hear about it.
good day, gentlemen. So we're already off to a hot start.
Nice.
I'm happy with this. My apologies for the delay between correspondence, but Courtney only allows me 1 hour of internet time per day. Okay, I should say Courtney is my new lady, my love and spiritual guide.
Okay, where did he meet her, I wonder?
I don't know.
AA or something?
Yeah. Behind the dumpster. Yeah. Anyway, Courtney says I'm on a journey to enlightenment, which has been derailed by negative energy that was allowed to grow between myself and Nancy. Sounds like she's almost about to get him into some multi-level marketing. Like she's about to ask him, do you want financial freedom?
Yeah.
But I digress. However, thanks to the lucky coincidence of me being passed out in a Macca's car park, there you go,
on the money.
standard, and Courtney being on her way home from an anti-incel rally from 3 weeks ago, I was able to connect with my guardian angel. Courtney says that I'm lucky that Mercury was in retrograde and constellation Virgo was unusually dominant for this time of year. Don't know if he's dating Courtney or Satan. She gets into that sort of bullshit too.
Into what? Into horoscopes and shit?
Oh, mate, we have to, if the moon's full
You're
moon,
kidding me.
we have a little bowl of crystals that goes out on the balcony. This sort of shit happens. Oh, mate, I wish I was making this up. But
Oh, wow.
we'll continue. Anyway, I must go now. My hour of internet activity is nearly up, and Courtney says that any more just feeds into the toxic masculinity. Fucking, there's that word again. Fueled from my fall from grace to begin with. Peace be with you both,
Whoa.
and I hope to speak to you again soon. Ryan. What?
What? Ryan?
Ryan.
Who's Ryan?
Formerly Greg, but Courtney thinks Greg is a little too macho.
It's too macho.
So apparently his fake name was too macho, and he's now changed it to the maybe more pussified version of Ryan. Do you know any Ryans? Oh, that's right, Astley. Sorry, brother.
It does,
You got a soft name.
So hang on. So is this his real name or is this another alias?
I don't know. I don't know what he's playing at. He might have to respond. Ryan.
Ryan.
If you got your hour, I mean, we'll try to keep the episode short because that may eat into your hour. Or you allowed to download stuff and listen to it later. I don't know. Is that going to count as the hour? There's so many questions.
I would like to hear from Nancy.
Well,
I would love to hear from Nancy.
I would love to hear from Nancy. Probably don't want to hear from Courtney. She'll just tell us.
No.
Especially with the conversation we've been having about which superheroes would win because neither of us chose any females, and we're going to get in a lot of trouble for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we've got some more coming today. So this may get a little bit toxic with the masculinity up in here. A lot of hormones floating around here.
Oh wow.
Well, that was good. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, good on you, Ryan.
Now, Stephen.
Yes.
You've got your segment, and you know what? You've got a brand new one, and we're going to get a little intro music for it.
Here you go, you pair of whiners. This is Steve's movie recommendations or whatever the fuck this is. Oh, and Speed. There you go, you mentioned. Stop whinging.
Thank you, Big J.
Well, he sounds so
Grumpy?
bitter, grumpy.
Oh,
why is that?
That's his character, mate. That's his.
Yep.
He tries to act like it's his gimmick. He's a lovable chap, and he'll hate that I said that, but he is really lovable.
Yeah.
But he just likes to play the villain.
Well, it definitely sounds very grumpy.
But you have your own movie review music now, so it's your segment. Steve.
Oh no, don't get me wrong. I love having two segments to your half the segment because it's your host. It's not even. So was that 2 to 0.05?
Yeah, but I got my name mentioned in your music, so that's pretty good.
Oh, yes. That is nice. Well done. Well played.
But anyway, what's your movie review? What do you got for us?
I have got something for you, Speedy. Our favourite son, Adam Sandler, one of yours, one of your favourites.
We call him favourite? All right.
Yes, well, he's definitely one of mine. And
He's a topic of conversation on the show. He's a show favourite.
He is a show favourite, and he has come back like Derek Rose. Him and Derek Rose.
Just dropping fitty.
Dropping fitty, and he's dropped the fitty with his latest movie.
Mm.
Well, actually, it's not a movie, it's a special, like a Netflix special, like a
comedy
stand-up.
special. Yeah.
Exactly. It's called 100% Fresh.
100% Fresh.
It is 100% Fresh. And, Spee, you know what? I know you're not a big fan, but I really encourage... Actually, not just you, Spee, but anyone. Benny, Brett, any of you guys who've been bagging on my boy Sandler for the last 12 to 15 years, get on this. It's actually quality.
You know, I'll actually give you some props there, because I was at the barbershop the other day, the old Slick Lobster, and they were quoting it.
Should I go to the barber with this thing?
Maybe not yet. Let it grow out, Steve, and you can't cut nothing. But I did watch it, like, there was chucking it on, and I was like, oh, I might stay. So after I got my hair cut, I'm still sitting there in the barbershop and just kind of watching this, and it is genuinely funny. Like, and it's that classic, it goes back to the Sandler that you and I love, the sketch comedy on the CDs Sandler.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
and like, that's what it is. It's a lot of that. If it was a CD, or I know, the kids still do CDs these days. If they could download it on an MP3 or some other shit, or if it was on, I mean, it probably won't because it's Netflix, but if it was on iTunes, I would download it and listen to it, because it's not like, he's not a great visual performer. He just kind of stands around the stage and does, as we were joking, does the same facial. One where he kind of screws up his face and wags a finger and goes, that's his only expression.
That's one, he has got a track on it.
Yeah.
Like that, yeah.
Oh, is it? Yeah. So, like, I only watched about 25 minutes of it.
Okay.
But if I could get the whole lot and listen to the lot, because I was impressed. I mean, I saw the thing that went on. I think everyone got tagged in on Facebook, the Phone Wallet Keys song.
Yes.
Great. That was
fantastic.
That was vintage Sandler. Very, very funny. But yeah, give us a rundown of the rest of it, because this is your boy.
Yeah, well, basically, I think it's like being filmed over 5, 6, 7 different shows.
Yeah.
Different venues. So there's one where he's in a large kind of stadium, one like he's in a real pokey kind of artsy kind of theatre, and maybe one's in a bar, and so on and so forth. So he does several. So it's obviously the same material, just shot a different...
What's the name? Chris Rock did that for, I think it was his 4th special. He filmed it in Brooklyn, London, and Johannesburg.
Yep.
And if you watch the 3 show, like the show, the way it's edited together for the special, the DVD, it's, pretty much like took whichever joke landed best in which
Yeah, that's the way.
So
yeah.
I think that's essentially what he's done as well. It's kind of
Yeah.
like if you mesh it all together, it does flow still like it's one show. It's well edited,
Yeah.
but it does. I think he's probably cherry picked the best reactions.
That's right, yeah. And look, and you know what? There's great reactions throughout the whole thing. Actually, it was late at night, so I've missed the last, say, 5 to 8 minutes of it. But dude, there's quality. There are going to be misses with any comedy. But the hits are big.
Yeah.
The hits are big. So I recommend it, guys. There's a lot of songs.
What are you feeling about the songs? Because listen, from the bit that I watched, it seemed like he had a couple of gags. He doesn't do the long stories. He doesn't do the bits. Like we love from like your Eddie Murphys, your Richard Pryor, that sort of stuff. He doesn't do the long lead-in stuff. It's all throwaway gags.
That's right. Throwaway gags.
It's very similar to like the old Rodney Dangerfield. Just like get in, get it out, get in, get it out. Like you're gonna hit 100 shots, but you're gonna take 200. But at least you've got 100 good ones.
That's right. Yeah.
And so I think the songs.
Tony Mello could do that.
Yeah. He has been doing
Mello
it
could do that.
27 points on 27 shots. That's not a good return. But it's one of those things where the songs, I think, are almost safe because they lead in and it sounds like it's, he's just saying something, and then it just always ends with like a completely off the topic punchline, and then he just moves on to the next bit. So there's nothing really lingers, nothing really builds. It's all just throwaway gags.
Dude, you nailed it. That's pretty much exactly what it is. It's I'd say 80% of it is song.
Yeah.
There's a couple stories in there that might lead into a song.
Yep.
But you're right. There's a song, and some of them are quite silly.
Yep.
And some of them, my wife, she just wasn't feeling full stop.
Yep.
And
I can understand that.
Yeah.
He's one of the way he delivers. If you're a fan of his, you're gonna love it. If you're not, then you're gonna go, he's just a hack. It's just it's one of those things. Same way that like you and I love Ric Flair. Yeah. But if someone else watched it and went, he just does the same shit all the time, you're like, yeah, but it's awesome. It's the same sort of deal. Yeah.
So, dude, you've nailed it. You pretty much nailed the review. Might as well be your segment now. But yeah, get on to it, guys, because the Sandman's back. He is back.
Cool because these movies are cat.
Well, his latest film, and I'm going to double up on this episode, but the latest film, him and Chris Rock, the one, the day of leading up to the wedding one.
The wedding one, yeah.
Is not bad.
Yeah.
And when I mean not bad, it's not great, but it's a.
I found what they do now with
7 out of 10
movies that they do now with him and Chris Rock. I mean, Chris Rock did Top 5, which was a really, really good movie. That was actually a genuinely good movie. But I've noticed with a lot of movies, like if it has Chris Rock in it or if it has Adam Sandler, you give it a watch. It's not going to set the world on fire, but you can watch it for an hour and a half. You don't have to really pay attention, and you can kind of enjoy it. And I think having those together, it was just like the double up of that. It's like, you're going to enjoy it. It's not going to be the best movie you've ever seen, but, it's not going to be the worst either.
Yeah.
So.
I get onto that one as well. If you've got an extra hour and a half after you watch the Netflix special, you like, because you think Sandman's back, get on the film, and then that will cement it, whether he's back or not.
Well, that's good. Well, speaking of films, we're going to delve into another Survivor Series thing. If you want to throw your little catchphrase in there.
Segue.
It's so shit. It's going to take off, though. It's so bad. We can pretty much say convincingly, last week's superhero challenge, your team of Superman, He-Man, Darth Vader, Raphael, and the all-impressive blue muscles on Panthro. Shout out to Nick for loving the blue muscles too. Taking on my team of Deadpool, Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America, and the Silver Surfer. Now, pretty well consensus that I won it. I mean, I think you had Big Luke took your side purely because he's a huge fan of He-Man too.
Yeah.
And I just enjoyed that everyone that was listening and paying attention who is a comic book or, fan was just like, Spee, you kind of threw Silver Surfer in there because you like the way he looks and he was pretty cool, not knowing that he's the most powerful person. I'm like, I kind of forgot what his power was. I just remember him being really cool with the comic books. And it turns out he could pretty much wash your entire team himself. So I don't even really need, the Cap can just go juice and do curls over the corner. Hulk's doing deadlifts and Iron Man's just creating shit and Deadpool's just telling jokes. So there we go.
Not funny jokes, by the way.
Oh,
doesn't
matter.
No, Sandman.
Yeah.
But what I didn't like in the feedback is that people were trashing He-Man, for example.
Yeah.
And they're like, using the inverted commas about him being the most powerful man in the universe. That's what he is. We can only base our opinion on the facts that are presented to us. Yes. So he's the most powerful man. So Hulk can fucking deadlift to the fucking cows come home, mate. But he ain't not as powerful as He-Man.
And I think people forget, on our show, we have one motto.
Yes, we
Facts
do.
don't matter.
Facts don't matter.
It's about opinions.
That's
And
right.
especially when you're doing it. Like, the one thing I love when it comes to comic books or superheroes and stuff like that, people have such strong opinions on fictional work. No, this would happen like this. It's like, it's all made up. You know, and like, if the guy that's drawing the comic decides, I'm gonna have this guy beat up this guy, that's what happens. You know? It's like wrestling, you know, like Matt Hardy's a good wrestler. The kid with the one leg gets to beat him. The kid with the one leg gets to beat him. You know, like it's just one of those things. It's when people get so worked up about fictional stuff. I enjoy it because, like I said, that's the beauty of it. That everyone buys in. Now, but so this week we've got to go back to Survivor Series, Steve.
Yes.
Because you need to get a win on this one because you were weak last week.
But.
You got nothing, mate. You got nothing. You got washed. Now, this week we're going into some action movie stars.
All right.
Or anyone from a movie?
Well, we have to have some rules.
Okay, you
We have to have
lay
some
the rules.
All right. So first of all, straight away, there's no superheroes allowed.
Yes.
No superheroes.
No
They
gods?
have to be, no, certainly no gods. And they have to be human.
Human.
Not humanoid,
Yeah.
actual human.
So you can't choose Cyborg.
No, you can't choose Cyborg. You can't really choose Luke Skywalker
No.
because I think he's an alien.
Yeah.
Well, he's galaxies away. He's not from
Yeah.
Earth, or Earth-like place. So that's the main thing. It has to be human. No superheroes. I think, and like we did last time, the rules may evolve.
Are we going, has to be somewhat modern day? Because how do we go with, say someone like, just as a hypothetical, maybe on your list, maybe completely like spoiling your whole argument, but someone like, like a King Leonidas or an Achilles, or a Greek
Yes.
mythology, where does that lay?
Well,
Because that was one that was brought up when I mentioned that we might be doing
That
this one.
is
Everyone kind of went,
interesting.
how about that? Because they're human, but they're, part tied into Greek mythology, so
well, I mean, so that, but he fought for Greece, didn't he?
yeah.
Which is,
Well,
I mean, that's
it's a story. It's still
Yeah.
a parable. Same
Now,
way
look,
that, Jesus
Are you picking
is
him?
a story. No, I'm not picking
Well,
him
fuck
up.
him. Who cares?
Yeah,
No, I'm not picking him
Well, I'm
either.
just making sure. I didn't know that you did go slide in and go, Achilles, greatest warrior of all time. I win, and Brad Pitt's handsome.
Oh, Brad Pitt, and he looks good in that film.
The one that impressed me is Eric Banner in that film.
Yeah.
There's one scene where he's putting on the armor and he just hits like the side chest and just pumps the chest out. You're like, yeah, Banner. You get that.
And Orlando fucking, what's his name? He had
Orlando
no
Yeah,
place
I've
to be
got
in the army.
I've got no place for him in any
No.
movie, really.
No.
He's just a
But didn't he
wuss.
slap Bieber once or something?
Yeah, well done. Orlando.
Give
You
him
have
some
one
points.
use.
Yes.
So we're going to go with this one.
Let's do it.
Okay. So I get the first pick this week.
Well, since my fucking team bombed.
I know usually when you lose your tank, you
I
get
know,
the
I
first
should
pick.
get first, second,
but,
and third pick.
You lost the lottery this time.
Ah,
I had
brother.
the cold envelope in there.
Let's do
I'm
it.
getting the
Yeah,
first one.
it's like the Neotniks.
Neotniks.
Alright, here you go.
Number one, drum roll please. John Wick.
John Wick.
John
Alright.
Wick. You gotta remember, everyone is scared of the boogeyman. Baba Gia. But that's the name of the Russian boogeyman. But then the boogeyman is scared of John fucking Wick. Okay? He is Keanu Reeves at his absolute greatest. John Wick, number one. I think we can end the argument here. He just takes
sit
that
on that
every week.
one.
I'm sitting on John Wick. You
Well-
give me who you are.
Alright, well, look, I was going to go with someone else, but you made me lift the game already.
Oh, there we go.
You made me, and I'm going for the guy who's probably most responsible for the biggest kill count in fucking modern day history.
Is this also a Jonathan?
And this is John Rambo.
Jonathan
Rambo. That dude has taken out so many dudes from the hip as well. He doesn't have to aim down sight. He's shooting from the hip. Dudes who are on fucking village roofs.
Kill a man in a
meters
helicopter
away.
with a rock.
Dude, so, John
And-
Wick, what did he take out? Some mobsters?
Oh, he takes
'Cause
out
he's
other
just-
assassins. He takes out other actual,
rubbish.
like, contract killers. Whereas, you
He took out armies. John Rambo took out armies.
it's almost
Militia.
To tie into our man Clarence's argument, it's almost like Raphael took out heaps of foot soldiers. Who fucking gives him foot soldiers? You know? Rambo's killing
Foot
like,
soldiers was running that city until
Yeah.
Raph comes along.
Yeah, with 4 other blokes. And
kick
basic
asses.
But I just think, his kill count is very high against
Oh,
some,
yeah.
he's basically killing stormtroopers. They're not, he's not killing anyone of note. He's just plowing giant machine guns into
Right,
people
yeah.
until the bullets pile up.
Yeah. And he does it fucking well. Alright, so John Rambo and John Wick.
So far.
Solid first pick.
Good start picks. Good.
Yeah.
I'm going my number 2, and number 2 might need a sound assistance.
Okay.
You need to get your hand out because I'm going Dutch. All right, Dylan, you son of a bitch.
The CIA's got your picture to my pencils.
That's my guy.
Wow.
I'm on Dutch.
Isn't that funny that I picked Stallone and you pick Arnie? Yeah,
I know. Let's go.
You know.
But that's the thing. Like the big man, not only is he telling people to get to the chopper to save their lives. I think you actually have to say probably get to the chopper.
Yes.
But you know, he is taking out aliens. That are like,
yeah, that's...
He took out an alien. He didn't just take out humans, and we know. You know,
Yeah.
it's always the backstory. He goes in there and he's like, what is it? What's the line at the start?
What's
He
that?
kicks the door.
Yeah.
Kicks the door in. He's like,
Oh, God, I don't know. Which one
what's
is
the
it?
one? Because I'm thinking Let's Party, but that's from Commando.
No, that's right.
But he kicks in the door. Oh, just knock. I think he just does the knock knock. He just kicks in the door, knock knock, and then he starts shooting everyone. I mean,
No, that's McBain. That's McBain.
Fucking ties it together. They're all the same. But what's the one he says? He
Right,
kicks in the
so-
door. This is so annoying. He's gonna.
I
bug
don't
me
know.
now.
We'll come back to it.
Oh, someone's gonna listen at home. It's probably gonna be like Panolzo listen to it at home, going, "You fucking says this, you retards." But yeah, Dutch. He can only he can take out people. He's as a military marvel, and he also takes out aliens.
Yeah, that's...
With a log and some
With
mud.
a lock, that's right.
And
It's
some
been...
mud. Come on, kill me. I'm right here. Kill me.
Kill me! Alright, that's sensational. Well, not bad, taking out aliens.
Yeah.
We took out an alien.
An alien.
Let's not pluralize it. Let's not give him too much credit here.
Yeah.
He took out an
Admittedly,
and he committed suicide.
Danny Glover also took out an alien with a revolver.
Danny Glover?
Like,
He was retired, for God's sakes.
no, it's just like Predator
No,
2.
no,
It was
yeah.
stunk. That stunk.
Oh,
With like an old
no.
Magnum handgun. It's like, oh, you take him out with this.
Well, I'm going to give you this one. And I'm sticking with the Johns.
Yes.
And I'm sticking with a guy who takes out terrorist organizations.
No, this is one that I wanted.
He does it
I was hoping.
barefooted.
I was hoping it would slip to 3.
He is
He does it hungover.
He does it with a headache, you know, he's sleeping in the car.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. He gets up, he's ready to tango.
Yeah.
And that is John McClane.
Oh, I thought you were going to go with Tango and Cash.
No, that's John McClane.
John McClane.
He was actually going to be my first pick, but after the John Wick kill count thing, I thought,
Yeah.
I need to lift the game. So either way, 1 and 2,
Yep.
Jordan and Pippin,
There we go.
Superman and He-Man, you might
It's just-
say.
there's a lot of Johns on this list.
Yeah, it is.
Is his name John Dutch as well?
That's a good question.
I'm hoping it is.
Yeah,
But that's a good start.
yeah.
So we've gone a good spread. I was a bit concerned that me and you were just going to choose all the Schwarzenegger and all the Stallone characters.
Well, stay tuned.
Well, I was going to, because this is a conversation we got into. Because earlier this week when I brought this up with a few people and clients, I just talk shit when I'm at
Of
work.
course,
This is
why
why
would
the
you?
greatest job in the world. But then I brought up, so you started talking about characters and everyone always goes John McClane, John McClane, John McClane. I said, what about the opposite John McClane?
Okay.
So think of sort of, I wouldn't say poor man John McClane,
Oh,
but I would like, he's on that same scale of just being the average bloke that just gets it done.
Charles Bronson?
No,
Uh?
Dalton Riggs.
Oh, from Lethal Weapon?
Yeah, Mel Gibson.
Nice.
Riggs.
Yeah, well, you can do...
He's just as crazy as John McClane.
Yeah, he is very
They're
crazy.
very similar characters.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, obviously one's solo, one has a partner that's too old for this shit.
That's exactly
but,
right.
But I just think they're along the same lines because I like that sort of intensity. I like that sort of character.
Love it.
Good, strong character. And you know what? Can pop his own shoulder
I was
back
gonna,
in.
great party trick. Great party trick. I love it. That's fantastic. Good
Yeah.
on you.
John Riggs.
Is his name?
I think it's Martin Riggs.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is Martin Riggs. Well done. All right. So, who have you got so far? Wink,
Wick, Dutch, and Riggs.
Which?
So that's a tough lineup.
That is, man. That's,
That's
a
a
badass
tough lineup.
amaze, man. Eh? All right. Number 3 for me. Well, this guy isn't necessarily tough.
Yeah.
Per se.
Mm-hmm.
But he can crack a whip.
All right.
All right. And he took on the Nazis.
Oh,
All
no,
right.
this is shit.
And he was... And...
You're not choosing in a fight. You're bringing an archaeologist.
I am certainly being the world's best archaeologist.
no! What? His dad, Sean Connery?
No, Indiana Jones.
Oh, Stephen!
Don't base it on the last film.
I'm
Alright,
basing
he
it
had
on the
3
first
solid
one.
films. What? Raiders of the Lost Ark is like a classic.
We're talking about a fight here, Steve.
Oh yeah, he had a whip. He had the
A
pistol.
fight to the death.
Remember the guy with the sword in
That
Temple
just
of Doom?
backed
He's
into
like,
the aeroplane.
"Wah, wah, 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 wah." He's like, bam, shoots
Yeah.
him. Remember?
Yeah, so he killed one guy with a gun. Good on
Beats
you.
up the big skinhead near the plane and ends up in the propeller.
Yeah, runs away from a rolling ball,
It's a big fucking ball, man.
and that's what you're going to choose.
Indiana Jones Yes, in there.
That's such a
The
poor
world's best
choice.
archaeologist who ruins every temple he ever steps
I
in.
can hear Clarence shaking his head from here. I can hear eyes rolling. I know all the boys that listen to this
It's
show.
a team, Speedy. You can't have all Superman and He-Mans. We discovered this last week.
Yeah, but you haven't got much. And for a guy that enjoys some muscle, not a lot of muscle in your team.
Rambo's pretty jacked.
He's lean.
Well, yeah, but Rambo 3,
Yeah, he puts on a fair
he
bit.
puts a little bit
A fair
on.
bit. I mean, John Wick's not really packing any muscles, but, Riggs and Dutch are doing all right.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, it's a bit of a dad bod showdown between Riggs and John McClane. But I just thought you would go a little bit better than...
Relax, as my third pick, I've got a couple in my pocket that I know
Yeah.
you're not going to pick, so I've got them. I
Yeah.
just wanted to pick him before I thought you would. Being
Because I'm so big on archaeology. I'm
know,
always talking about it.
yeah.
Remember those artifacts we were talking about earlier? No,
That's right, yeah, I
never
remember
in my
that.
life.
Yeah,
I didn't even watch the new
You're like an
movies.
artifact in the wrestling world, mate, you old bum.
Oh, that's right. You don't even wrestle. So, we got number 4.
All right, let's hear it.
Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon.
Of course. Yes, that was...
So I'm saying, when it comes down to some fisticuffs,
Yeah.
the hand on hand, when the weapons get dropped, which always happens in fight scenes,
Yeah, they do.
the weapons get kicked out of the hand, or they bang each other into the wall and they drop the gun or the knife.
Yes.
Hand to hand, I'm whipping out some fucking whoopah, like fucking fly kicks.
Whoopah?
I've got all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
I've got the man that took down Chuck Norris and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the same day. You know he's got range.
He does, man. He's beaten up 7'2" guys.
That's
and-
right. And he's beaten up guys that are apparently the world's strongest man, old Chuck Norris.
Texas Walker Ranger. He beat up Texas Walker Ranger.
Walker, Texas Ranger.
Whatever his fucking name is. Big deal, man.
Hey, he's a big deal to the
and
ginger
Kareem was
community.
retired by the time he probably beat him up. So, I mean, yeah, it's not
No,
like
he still had hair.
he had an afro.
Yes, they still had hair. Like
Yeah.
Kareem retired. Remember Kareem?
Oh,
Like
he probably
42
did. Yeah, that was in the
retired.
70s. You're
Yeah.
right. That was in the 70s. He's probably in his prime.
Yeah.
Prime basketball. He's not in prime karate fucking mode.
He was training with him. He
Yeah,
was
yeah,
training. He
yeah.
learned from Bruce. I mean, that's the whole thing. Bruce probably didn't teach him everything. But
Yeah, that's
still
right.
7'2". You
Yeah,
can't
he's very
teach
tall.
7'2".
No, he's got that reach.
Yeah.
Man,
It's like Dal Sim.
you bagged out my Indiana Jones now, and you got me on edge now.
Yeah.
Now I'm really, I was going to pick like Conan, and I don't think
No,
he's,
comic book doesn't count.
he's comic book, so that's just throwing me way off.
We're just like, you just want to choose a Schwarzenegger character.
I want to choose Schwarzenegger. Commando, those lines he says, it just put me off.
Yeah.
So he's gone.
Let's party.
Yeah, I lied.
Let off some steam, Bennett.
Oh no! So I'm really kind of struggling here. It's like I'm trying to pick the MVP for him, which I never did, by the way.
Yeah.
We really should go back to that. Kawhi Leonard, I think, is my
Ooh,
pick.
there we go.
Him or Giannis.
I like how you just segueing here. You're segueing yourself out of making a pick.
Oh my god! All right, here it is.
Number 4.
Number 4, the guy I'm picking for number 4.
Yes.
Because you just picked Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Okay. And I can't really pick a martial artist because Bruce Lee.
Yeah, Bruce Lee's the best one.
Now, hang on, is Bruce Lee from what film? Is it? Okay, so you can't have Bruce Lee. What character? Which movie is he coming from?
Enter the Dragon.
Enter Dragon. Because he ain't beat up no Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in Enter Dragon.
Which one's it? Well, no, Game of Death.
Yeah,
Game
that's
of
the one
Death
where he goes up the tower.
No, Game of Death. That's the one I want.
Oh my god, that's the worst Bruce Lee one.
It's
Oh
the
god.
best. It's a good movie.
Anyway, no, hey,
Better than the Big Boss.
Keep him. Hey, keep him. Have
The
him.
Big Boss, he just kicks ass.
That's just opened up my whole martial arts thing now, because I could pick anyone. I could pick fucking Ralph Macchio from Karate Kid if I wanted to take him on, but I'm
yeah,
not.
do that one. Choose Johnny. Choose
All
him, don't you? Choose Johnny.
Alright, the guy who's going to put Bruce Lee in a body bag, Johnny, is he's in 4 films.
4
And there was a 5th film,
Yeah.
but he didn't star in it, but he
Yeah.
was referenced as it. Is
Yeah.
Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne.
Good
who
one.
is the Matt Damon Jason Bourne.
Yeah, poor man's James Bond. Yep.
Poor man James Bond.
Yeah.
I reckon if Bourne and Bonds, actually any of those Bonds, maybe not Daniel Craig,
Daniel
but,
Craig's a fucking badass.
but any of them, I think he'd take any of those
Oh, he's
Bonds.
washing Dalton.
he's
and
beating
Pierce
up
Brosnan.
Yeah.
Even Roger Moore's getting his ass kicked.
Pierce Brosnan. Was he from fucking Miss
Sean
Doubtfire?
Connery might give him a run.
Yeah, well, he's not a chick, so he's not getting slapped by him.
Yeah,
So.
I know Sean Connery did like to beat a few women. And
He did.
so many people forget that. Everyone's like, yeah, I love Sean Connery as Bond. I'm like, what do you feel about domestic violence?
Yeah.
But he's not washing Daniel Craig.
I think it'd be a bit of a toss-up.
And what's his name? He's not taking on. I always forget his name. Oh, the Australian one. Oh, what's his name?
No, I'm not a Bond guy.
It's really good. It's
I'm
from.
a Star Wars guy, remember?
It's the guy that did on Her Majesty's Secret Service. It's the Australian guy. He only did the one film And then he turned up to the premiere with a beard and then went, "You got to be James Bond." He goes, "Oh, I don't want to be James Bond all the time." Like, there's actually a whole documentary on him about how he was given the key. He was just a male model. And he was given the keys to the Bond franchise and just didn't want to do it.
Mate, you know your Rain Man thing is coming into a bit
Good question.
It's been a long day or something, mate. What's going on?
A few shots to the head recently.
Okay.
But, no, he was... Oh, that's really going to annoy me because I remember as soon as I get off. As soon as we stop recording, I'm going to remember his name. But, yeah, he was the one that I reckon you could probably watch Jason Bourne as well.
I don't
He's
know,
Aussie,
man.
mate.
Jason
He's an
Bourne.
Aussie.
Yeah, okay.
Come on, stick up for our boys.
Okay, all right. Jesus Christ. All right.
We're good at fighting unless there's like 900 Filipino basketball players coming at us. And then we struggle.
All
So
right.
Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne.
Not bad.
All right. So this is our final pick now,
Final
Steve.
pick each.
A lot of pressure here.
Oh, not really much. There's going to be a lot of pressure on you because your team's got some passengers. Well, it's got a passenger.
Oh
I'll
my
give
God.
you 3 out of 4.
the Nazis, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, good on you.
Oh, Christ.
So
They
did
were
bloody-
running the world for years,
Yeah, I
man.
know, but so did, what's the name? So did
Just another name you forgot now?
Brad Pitt in Inglourious Bastards. With the greatest... I'll speak Italian because I know how to do it. Buongiorno.
Oh,
Fucking
man.
great. I think it's one of my favourite scenes in movie history.
Isn't
That
it?
one. That's great.
That's what it
See,
is.
he took out the Nazis. He actually took out Hitler. I mean, maybe not
Yeah.
historically correct, but you know,
He did.
took him out the movie cinema. But number 5. This is going to be a pick for our new listener, or apparently probably doesn't listen because it goes into the hour of time. But Courtney,
Oh, okay.
because she
cool,
gets
yeah.
mad at the toxic masculinity. We've got a lot of dudes on this list. I'm bringing in the bride. That's right, Beatrix Kiddo from Kill Bill. And you
Is
know
that the Uma Thurman character?
it's Uma Thurman.
Yeah.
She's killing you.
Yeah.
How's she's going to kill Bill? You better not put Bill on your list. Or David Carradine, because he can get beaten by a belt in a hotel room.
What about Kung Fu David Carradine?
Still gets taken out by a belt in a hotel room at the end of the movie.
Yep.
And it's self-inflicted. The old autoerotic.
Yeah, no, I get it. You're going there.
He died having a wank stand.
I know.
If you weren't picking up the subtlety,
No, I
where
got
was
that.
going. So, Beatrix Kiddo,
Yeah, okay.
the bride. I think my team is looking very sweet. Especially because we can do like the old... You remember like the old Killer Bees, put the mask on, do the switcheroo? Because she wears like the yellow and black outfit like Bruce Lee, and they can just put masks on and
Very
like...
clever.
Ref's back's turned. One slides in, one slides out. Mate, I've got this shit covered. I've even got tactics with my team. You don't even have cup holders.
You're just saying that because of my fantastic pick of Indiana Jones. And I
That's
can't
terrible.
believe you're bagging Indiana Jones.
Oh, Steve.
After all the joy he probably gave you.
I can't wait for the Facebook backlash.
Well, maybe I won't do a fucking visual on this one.
Yeah, you
This
will,
is
'cause
moving-
you'll love it. See
I
everything
do,
you
I
bring to
do,
the
I
table.
do. Oh, seriously.
Steve, bring it home because after this we'll get some honourable mentions in,
Yes, okay.
and then some other one-on-one fights I wanted to bring up.
Okay, so one-on fights amongst our teams or
No, just
external
other one.
to-
So
Oh,
other
okay.
like honourable mention one-on-one fights.
Yeah.
There's a couple that were real hard outs for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, you give me yours.
Well,
number 5. Who's
All
bringing
right.
it home?
The one thing I'm obviously missing, and I'm actually disappointed in my team. I don't have enough of them. Is muscles.
Yep.
I don't have the blue muscles. Okay, I'm sorry, Nick, but I'm sorry about that. But I'm going to bring some muscles into the game here.
Hefty Smurf.
He's honorable mention. It is Mr. T
Yeah.
in the A team.
Oh, the A team.
B.A. Bragg.
You don't want Clubber Lang.
Nah, because he gets fucking smashed pretty badly
but
in
he
that
lives
second
alone.
fight.
He trains alone. Winning title alone.
Yeah, but he didn't even have a rematch after he lost.
I know.
He's got no. What happened to him, by the way?
Just faded
After
away.
he loses,
Yeah.
you know, because Apollo at least comes back for what 3 more films.
Yeah, I know.
Dolph Lundgren coming back 25 years later.
I actually, just off the topic, thanks Matty for posting that one
Oh,
because
yeah.
every time I see a trailer or a thing, we might even have to have like a group, organise a big, don't be blasé, everyone that listens to the show will all go to the cinema together and go watch that one because that
Yeah.
one's looking incredible.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're listening from another country, you can just join us via satellite. But
We
the rest
have
of us in
that-
Adelaide, we have a few people, like I said, we still got the international listeners. We
Yeah.
love our international listeners.
Yeah,
It's very Adelaide-centric, very, Australian-centric.
yeah.
But we do have, and we just got to organise one big catch-up. We'll all go out and go watch Creed 2
Yeah.
and jerk each other off. Or just watch the movie.
In the
One of two,
meantime,
one of two.
my team will bash up your team with B.A. Brackett because not only he's got the muscles,
Yeah.
but he's also like the
So what if I take this fight like a distance?
Yeah,
and then
he jumps in his black van and away we go.
What if we have to like overseas? We like take my team overseas because
Right.
he ain't getting no plane. So all of a sudden now you got one guy staying at home like Dennis Bergkamp because he didn't like to fly, and now you got 4 on 5, and you got one from my team doing switcheroo. All of a sudden, Steve, your team's not looking too strong.
Well, we're not going overseas, all right. We're going to a team's base, and we're gonna duke it out.
But are we going to drop him onto a map like
Yeah.
Fortnite style?
Hunger
How are you
Games.
going to get him into the plane to drop him on the map? Yeah, getting
Well,
the plane.
Fortnite, they're in a bus.
Oh, they're a bus.
They're in a bus.
Okay.
A flying bus,
Well,
but
yours
it's a
is-
bus.
yeah.
It's a bus nonetheless. It's a
See,
bus.
so there's holes in your theory, Steve. This is why.
Oh man, I'm actually regretting my team a little bit.
If you want to change BA brackets, I'll let you. It's almost like you play chess and you've got your hand still on the piece. I'll let you pull it off. I'll let you pull that off if you want to put another one on there. Because I know you want some muscles.
Yeah, I put a list, man, of about 30
Yeah.
names, and I've kind of abandoned them a little bit at the
Yeah.
moment.
I'll let you have it. You have some thinking music because the people at home are like, "Yeah, Steve, change it. No, it's no good. Steve, change it.
Oh man, but I don't know. You know what?
Well,
Steve?
you tell me, Steve.
Do you know what?
I don't know.
I'm actually stalling.
looking at your
I'm
list.
stalling.
I'm looking at your list and I'm like, yeah, there's really not much more on there.
I'm stalling.
The only good one you had on there was the bride, and I swooped her up for number 5.
Oh no! All right, I'm taking BA out.
Oh, BA's dropped.
Oh,
No courage of his convictions.
Oh no, this has turned into a mess. This is just a mess. Oh, this is like the Lakers season this year.
Oh,
my
cheek
god!
shots
I'm gonna
fired.
put in.
How's
I don't even know his name.
What's Mello averaging right now? Not 20?
Not 20 yet.
Yeah.
It's a long
Okay.
season.
Anyway.
I'm gonna put in Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yep.
From. I'm not gonna do Bloodsport because apparently that guy was actually a bit of a phony.
Frank Dukes. Yep.
Yeah.
Put
So I'm
on
gonna
the
go
Dukes.
kickboxer.
Kickboxer. Good
Yeah,
choice.
Yeah, gonna go kickboxer.
Strong choice. Can we get down to some hand-to-hand combat?
Yeah.
With him and Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bruce Lee's going barehanded, and your man's dipping his hands in
In
glass.
glass.
So, you know what? I'll give you that kickboxer.
I don't know
I'll just
his
put
name.
down kickboxer.
Yeah, you know who it is.
Yeah, everyone knows. That's a good, strong team. You've prosed it out well. You've really redeemed yourself because B.A. Baracus was fucking horrible choice. I just had to, like, this is like me, like, you know, you like this, you have to, like, just help someone. Like, it's not going to be competitive, Steve, because you've chosen a really done memory.
You got me
team.
questioning it, man. Shit.
Yeah, I'll let you take that Indiana Jones too. Because your team shit.
I'm subbing Indiana Jones out.
Oh, you're doing 2 changes!
Yeah, no.
You're going to the bench early!
I'm going to the bench. He's injured. He pulled a hammy.
Oh, he's done a hammy.
He pulled a hammy.
Oh, yeah. ACL.
He's 70 fucking years old, for Christ's sake. He's pulled a hammy.
Why was he in there in the first place?
Because, oh my god, I'm confused. It's been a long week.
Yep.
Oh my god.
You are folding like a cheap tent, Steve.
Oh my god. But you know what? You talked about the Aussies.
Yep.
You talked about the Aussies. You make me all patriotic.
Yep.
And the guy I'm going to put in there, instead of Indiana Jones,
Yep.
I'm sorry, Indy,
Yep.
but Mad Max.
Mad Max.
Mad
So
Max
we've-
is going in.
If we look at it from a actor perspective,
Yes.
we've both got a. No, we don't. We've only got one person that matches up, and that would be Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's all
Who would
right.
have thought?
No.
Two film movies, and he would
Yeah.
have got named twice.
Yeah.
But this is where we're going to get into our honourable mentions, Steve. This is where you can list all the rest of the stresses off. Your team's good.
I think I'm going to live this one
It's
down.
not great. Yeah,
Oh, no.
You've made substitutions.
Oh,
Oh,
that's a
Steve.
mess. That's a mess.
We show the
I'm
show.
going to
Don't,
explain this to Sophia when I go
don't,
home. Oh my
don't be
God.
blasé, and you've been very blasé. So I think someone's phone's about to go off during your match.
No.
This is that bad.
Oh, no.
You know what? With Sophia's karate abilities that I saw over the weekend,
Oh,
you could probably put
no.
her in there. It would have been a better choice than half your team. But the ones that I wanted to go to honourable mentions.
Yes, okay.
And this is where we got into a conversation of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Liam Neeson in the Taken movies. Very good. He has a special set of skills, and he will find people, and he will kill them.
Yes, it will.
And so he has that. So that's pretty good. But then I was thinking about, like, someone brought up, hey, how I watched Man on Fire the other day. Remember that movie with
Creasy.
no, yeah, Creasy
Creasy,
with
yeah.
Denzel
Denzel.
Washington. And I was thinking, oh, who would win a fight between Creasy and guy from Taken?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that would be pretty interesting. So those two are like my honourable mentions because they're like
Nice.
both.
I love Creasy.
Yeah, they're both shady characters, like
Yeah.
shady past, that sort of stuff. Even like Denzel in The Equalizer,
Mm-hmm.
also very good. Was thinking maybe a bit of Statham from Transporter, or even Statham from Crank.
Frank. Yeah.
Does have to
You
keep
poked
his-
holes in that one before.
Yeah,
though,
it does have
really.
to keep his heart open for a while,
Yeah.
but does die, and then the first one comes back for a second movie. So technically, probably pretty good. Doesn't die.
I've missed one, and I'm just curious. I'd actually like to ask you,
Yeah.
because he is human,
Yep.
but he doesn't mind a bit of the jab of the white juice.
Yep.
Is
Captain America.
no, Captain America is a Universal Soldier.
Yes.
What's your view on that? Because he is human.
He is human.
He dies in the war, gets
Yeah.
zipped up, shipped off,
But that's the
but
thing,
then he
'cause
comes back with.
yeah, because he's dead and he's come back as something not human. He's not
is
really
he still a human?
anymore.
You think
Probably
he takes
not.
a shit?
Yeah, no, I don't reckon he does.
No shit. They sewed
No.
that up. They sewed up the bowl.
Well, does he eat in any of the film scenes?
I can't remember.
Well, if he's not eating and he's not excreting. So it's one of those things. I don't think he becomes... Because he doesn't need sleep.
What does he do?
Yeah, he becomes somewhat of a cyborgy sort of character.
Kind
He's a
of.
universal soldier.
Yeah, that's right.
So I don't think you can put him in there.
Okay.
I liked your choice of kickboxer, Steve. You
Yeah,
chose
no.
the right Van Damme. You didn't choose mullet nowhere to run Van Damme. That would have got you laughed at.
What about the twins?
The twins. Actually, I may have given you both the twins if you wanted to choose double impact. I would have given you both, especially the one at the start where he's like the trainer. He's like, because of my big legs and karate, I can do the splits.
He looks like the ballerina,
No
right?
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just wearing the tights and he's just rolling his hips back and forth. It's very sensual. But I just think you've made some bad choices, Steve.
Oh no!
And then now you
What
need
about
to-
the one when he's in the street fighting competition? Remember that one? That was really good. What's that one called? Remember when he sort of like he comes in?
Yeah, wrong bet.
Wrong bets.
Yeah,
he was pretty
good in
good
one.
on that
Yeah,
as well.
pretty good in that one. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can pull. Like the same way you can pull a lot of Schwarzeneggers, like Ben
Richards.
Ben Richards for Running Man.
Running
You
Man.
can pull a lot of those characters.
Yeah.
They are very good.
Mm.
But yeah, no, you've done well. I mean, you could have
Alright.
chose Bruce. What's his name? John McClane. His name.
Bruce
Willis. From could have taken from Last Boy Scout.
Yes,
Very
that's
good
right.
at that.
Very
Big
good.
shady cop.
Mhm.
It's almost like an X-rated John McClane.
It
You
is,
could have
actually, that's right.
Or you could have chosen from Hudson Hawk, which was really terrible. He has range.
He does. He's talented.
But yeah, so that's I think it's probably good to have to answer the question you have to answer.
Yes.
Who wins the fight between Creasy and Liam Neeson from Taken?
I like Creasy.
You like
I'm going
Creasy?
I'll definitely go Creasy.
All day?
Dude was shot up, man. Remember, he was shot up.
Yep.
He leaves the hospital because it's not a safe place to be. And he's still chasing the kidnappers,
Yeah.
man. You know,
So-
and then he gets shot again.
So that's the thing, though. The only problem with those two is they seem like their skills are a bit, sleepy until they have something to fight for. You know what I mean? Like the other guys, I mean, like John Wick. I mean, admittedly, killed his dog. He's gonna kill you. You know what I mean? Like, but then if he's got a purpose, he's hunting you down. Dutch, you reckon you just give him some cash, he'll fight anyone.
Oh yeah.
Riggs, same sort of thing. Yeah, if you're a bad guy or he thinks you're a bad guy, he's
Who-
going after you.
Well, who would win out of Riggs
Yeah.
being a copper?
Yep.
And maybe John McClane.
Ooh,
Who would win out of Riggs and McClane?
that's because that would be just like
They're both
that would
funny.
be like I know, but it'd be one of those fights too that wouldn't be fun to watch.
No.
It'd be scrappy. It'd be scrappy as all hell. It'd be
Yeah,
scrappy
it
dude.
would be.
You know, like, it'd be so bad. And then one of them would dislocate a shoulder, they'd pop it back in, and then they would just it'd be a lot of that thing I talked about before, where they're both holding a gun, just banging it against the wall, it drops, and then they're just throwing really ugly punches at each other. Yeah.
So John McClane.
Yeah,
got
John
it.
McClane.
alright.
Yeah, I think you'd probably give it to John McClane there. But Riggs was good, though.
Riggs
was
is
tough.
very, Riggs is.
But then you got Bruce Lee, you got the Bride. See, I just think Bride is such a strong character.
Yeah.
I think she's really done there. She was buried alive
I know.
and got out of it.
Yeah, punch the
Punched
one.
her way through, the inch
yeah,
punch.
the inch punch thing. Or
So,
whatever it was.
inch punch, and then the actual man who invented the inch punch.
yes.
So I got double inch punch.
That's key.
You get that on one side each, and she can do
Yeah.
that 5-touch thing. Bam, bam! You take 5 steps, you're dead.
That's
So
right.
yeah, I think that was a strong. You had it on your list, Steve. You waited
know-
too long to play
I know,
drop card.
I know.
You played Indiana Jones like a fucking chump. You should have
Yeah,
gone. So
I
your
know.
toxic masculinity, Steve, has taken over, and that's going to be us for this week, guys. Once again, shaming Steve for his toxic masculinity and drug problem. That's going to be us. So we're going to chuck this on the Facebook. You let us know how bad Steve's done, because I think I've done enough. We just need to really pile on this. So for Speak Caroline saying goodbye, for Steve Burrows,
See you later.
we'll speak to you next week. Peace.
Peace.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to AuscastNetwork.com for details.